Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bullet Sports Spotlights. My name is Corey Jewett. I'm the Director of Athletic Communications at Gettysburg College. And today we are talking with some of our international students here at Gettysburg College. So, Gettysburg College has over 100 international students, some of whom compete in our Division III athletic program, or they work in the Division III athletic program, as you will see. And joining me today are two student athletes and a regular student, I guess, we call Thea. Thea works for me in athletic communications, Thea Anyaoku from London, England. We've also got Suki Nazuma from men's basketball and Talia Moss from the women's swimming program. Suki is from Nigeria and Talia is representing Team Canada today. Guys, it's awesome to see you. I'm so happy to have you guys on this Bullet Sports Spotlight. I want to give you guys each a chance to kind of introduce yourselves, where you're from, what your majors are, and anything else interesting that you're up to this summer. So Thea, obviously I mentioned you're the student among this group, but you attend more sporting events than probably anyone else on campus but myself as one of my top, and I'll give it to you, one of my favorite student workers as well. So Thea, if you want to say a little something about yourself.
Thank you for that, Corey. I'm Thea Anyoku. I'm from London, England, and I'm a rising junior. I'm a health science major, and currently on campus, I'm here for the summer doing a research program with the health science department. We're looking into NAD and muscular dystrophy of those with Down syndrome. So it's a lot going on, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, so yeah, thank you.
And of course, Thea, I have to mention that as a member of the junior class, you actually received the key to Gettysburg when this class was, I guess, matriculated back in 2019, the fall. You got the key to Gettysburg. You keep that on your wall anywhere?
No, they took it back, unfortunately.
So it's a theoretical key.
So yeah, theoretical key, for sure.
Well, thank you, Thea. It's awesome to see you and have you back on here. And we will turn our attention now to our resident swimmer, Talia Moss. Talia, how are you this summer? How is life?
I'm good. I just got back from Spain. I was actually taking a class there for a month. I'm a poli-sci major. Sorry, what else do you want to ask?
Well, that covers it. And then, of course, you're on the swim team. And I could embarrass you all day with all the accolades you've already received as one of our top swimmers, 2020 Centennial Conference Rookie of the Year. You were technically still the 200 IM defending champ there. You rank either second or third in a couple different events, both breaststroke events and, of course, the 200 IM. And you also are part of the school record holding team in the 400 medley relay, too. So three-time All-Centennial Conference. No big deal. And of course, last but not least, Suki, say a little bit about where you're from, your major, and what you've been up to this summer.
Hi, everyone. I'm Suki Andiazuma. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a computer science major and a data science minor. This summer, I got an internship with Digital Tech Summer Fellowship, and my project my research is on rebuilding a pulse oximeter. It's been an exciting summer so far, so yeah.
And Suki, you also returned home for the first time in about, 2 years as well?
Yeah, for like 2 years. It was actually fun going back home, seeing family again. I actually needed that, seeing my parents, and I like that. It was fun.
So my first question for all of you, and I'm sure a lot of people wonder, a small school like Gettysburg in South Central PA, it's a small community. The school itself has about 2,700 students. We compete in Division III. It's always fun when I come across international students to find out, how in the world did you end up here in South Central Pennsylvania? And Thea, I know we've had this conversation in the office a few times, so I want to ask you, how'd you hear about Gettysburg? How'd you end up at Gettysburg?
I was part of a program called the Sutton Trust US program, and it basically showed UK kids different universities in the US. The way the universities work in the UK is at 18, you kind of have to choose what profession you want to do. And I just wasn't ready for that type of commitment yet. So I was like, okay, I want to go to liberal arts college, and I wanted it to be something a lot different from the big town that I'm from. So I wanted a small town, and I wanted to really just enjoy small town life. And I chose Gettysburg. I applied here early and then I got in, and I was like, oh, well, that's that. And my mom was actually kind of surprised because I think she knew that I wanted to go to America, but she was like, oh, she didn't think I was being serious about it. And then I got in and she was like, oh, damn, you're leaving? And I was like, yeah, sorry about that, but I gotta go. And then that was the end of that.
That's always a fun story to hear. Not the first time I've heard it. Talia, obviously coming up from Canada, not too far away, but I'm curious to hear how you first heard about Gettysburg and how you ended up here coming from Toronto.
Oh yeah, okay, so I actually grew up in Maryland. I moved to Canada when I was like 14 for high school, but I always knew I like wanted to come back to the US for college. Yeah, I guess it's like Gettysburg's only an hour and a half away from like where I'm originally from. So that's how I heard of it.
Oh, okay. So being a high schooler in Toronto, how did you like kind of connect the dots with the coaching staff? Obviously, I don't think Greg was even with the team yet. So how did you connect to the swimming program and then to Gettysburg from up there?
Yeah, so actually I looked at so many different swim schools, and then I realized I didn't want to go D1 because I wanted to be able to do like have a normal social life and a normal like athletic experience. And I felt like Gettysburg had both. And yeah, I did my recruiting trip and then I ED'd.
It's great. And we are certainly happy to have you on the swim program as well. Of course, helped the swimming team win the conference title in 2020 in your first year in the squad too. So Suki, obviously you went to school in the States. You went to school in Philadelphia. So you've been in Pennsylvania for a while, but how did you end up at Gettysburg?
First of all, I'd like to thank God I'm actually here. When I was searching and like visiting schools, I always wanted to be like admitted by a school with high like academic profile, great athletic culture, and like an environment that challenged like students to be the best. And I knew it was going to be hard to find one, but I must confess, like my first visit to Gettysburg, I saw all of these attributes and even more. It was like an easy decision for me. I'm also really thankful for my high school coach, Coach Boca Chica, um, who prepared me for this journey. And big thanks to Coach Don and his staff for bringing me here. Like I haven't regretted my decision for one day. I've made a beautiful family here and I'm loving every bit of it. So, yeah.
Suki, of course, you're a visible figure. You work in athletics, as does Thea. And that's kind of a segue to my next question, which is about the kinds of activities that you've all been involved with while you've been here at Gettysburg. You know, Gettysburg touts the ability to be involved in a lot of things. It's a holistic academic experience. It's a holistic athletic experience as well. Thea, talk about some of the jobs you've had at Gettysburg. I mean, there's one in particular that you could talk all day about, I'm sure, and some of the other activities and organizations you're involved with at Gettysburg too, and why you take part in those organizations.
I've always been very interested in sports, and coming to America, I didn't know most of the sports here. And I actually recall watching my first football, my first lacrosse, and my first softball and baseball game with Corey in the press box for the first time. And that's really what I wanted to do. I really wanted to immerse myself in everything that is American culture so I can actually get the best out of my 4 years here. And that's why I joined the athletic communications team. And I have not regretted it. In fact, I'm going to continue all the way until I graduate. And it's something that I do want to do when I graduate too. So yeah, it's been a great experience for me. Aside from athletics, I also am part of the exec team for the Black Student Union, and I am also part of ADPI sorority. So, yeah.
Getting the full experience. And Thea, I got to ask too, because obviously this is the first time you saw a lot of the American sports you just previously mentioned. What was your favorite moment that you saw at a sporting event you attended so far?
Favorite moment. Ooh. I think it might have to be at a women lacrosse game in the first, like, I want to say 30 seconds when they scored a goal. And I was like, Jesus, that was fast. And it was great to see. And I was like, yo, we did that. I was like, we did a good job. I was pretty proud of us. But yeah, that might be my favorite moment so far.
Yeah, I believe that was actually Carrie McKeever in about 7 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. And it's, as far as I can tell, the fastest goal in program history as well. So awesome, Thea. Talia, obviously you've had an exciting 2 years at Gettysburg with the swimming program. This year was a little different. People weren't on campus in the fall. You guys came back in the spring. We finally got a duel against Johns Hopkins. So it was great to see everybody in the pool competing there too. Everyone did very well considering the circumstances leading up to that race, up to that meet. So talk a little bit about the activities being involved with the swim program, what you've enjoyed there. Swimming for Coach Brown, he's been here as long as you have, and then also some of the other activities you're involved with out of the pool.
Oh yeah, so the swimming, I love the swim program. I love that like you're able to go to swimming, but then you're also still able to have a life outside of swimming, like after you leave. I would definitely say the swim team is really close. Like we all go to dinner, like we go to Servo after practice. Yeah, I've had a really good experience with Greg and everything. I would say outside of swimming, I'm in Chi Omega, but I guess that's all I do.
And same question I asked Thea, what is your favorite moment from your sporting event? I mean, I think I know what it is, but
yeah.
Tell us anyways.
I mean, 100% like winning conferences was so exciting.
Like, yeah, I have a lot of great pictures of you with your classmates holding up the trophy, smiling for the camera, taking advantage of every moment, holding that as well. And I'm sure it didn't hurt winning the 200 IM race as a freshman as well, which, the 200, 400 IM are arguably the most difficult races to do because you're doing all 4 strokes. So you have to be good at all 4 strokes. So that was awesome to see you come in as a freshman and knock it out of the park too. Knock it out of the water, I guess. Don't throw a pun in there. So Suki, switching to you. I know you also work in athletics. You work for Team EQ since you've gotten here. I know you're involved in some other things too off the court as well. So talk about your experiences so far with basketball. Obviously, like Talia, this past season was more or less not really much of a season at all. We didn't have any games. Weren't able to sneak anything in there because of all the COVID protocols that were there. So we really just had your freshman year, but you guys did some good bonding as a team with the guys that were here. And, we're moving forward with that too. So talk a little bit about your experiences with Coach Dunn and the men's basketball program. And then of course, your experiences with Team EQ and the other organizations you're involved with.
So I'm a part of the Gettysburg men's basketball team. I work for the athletic equipment department. I'm a student leader on campus that works with the Office of Residential and First Year Programs, and I work at the JAGO front desk. I must confess, like being a part of this group, it has like shaped me to be a better and more responsible man. I have met so many awesome people that every day in my life, I thank God and I feel so blessed, to be a part of their lives. Name it humility, responsibility, good sense of humor, leadership, patience, love, happiness, like this and many more I've been blessed with by just being a part of this group. And I'm super proud I'm opportunity to experience all of this. So.
And Chris, I got to ask you too, you go to a lot of sporting events besides your own, working for Team EQ. We can see you patrolling the sidelines at football, soccer, lacrosse. You might give Thea a run for her money as far as most events attended in a year. So Suki, what has been one of your favorite athletic moments, either from basketball or another sport that you've witnessed that you've been a part of?
I'll say on the basketball side, I say beating F&M home and away, which my freshman year, which was really awesome. The athletic games, I'll say the women's lacrosse, they really did wonderful last year. And the men's lacrosse versus Osinus, that was really a great game. And yeah.
Yeah, you definitely seen some great games. Of course, that was the first time we swept F&M in singles, like the series from F&M in might be like 10 years, 12 years, going back to some past teams, conference championship teams. And Talia can confess there's nothing better than beating F&M at their own game for sure. Yeah. So one final question for each of you. You're halfway done with your collegiate careers here at Gettysburg. You guys have accomplished so much already, regardless of the circumstances with COVID, whether you were on campus or off campus. You guys continue to be involved, continue to develop your athletic skills for the student athletes here. What are you looking to do in these last 2 years, and what kind of careers are you honing in on? I'm sure, Thea, I know you said that you didn't want to make a career decision when you were 18. How do you feel now that you're 20?
I know for sure that I do want to continue working in sports, and I feel like working under Corey or you, I don't know why I see the name in third person, sorry. Yeah, working under you for the past 2 years has really helped me hone in on my skills and actually learn how to work with athletes and work in sports. And I feel like working in D3 really helps you understand the sports that you're working with. And I want to continue that journey when I graduate, whether it's like the NBA or the NFL. Like I want to do something with sports. So that's me.
And how many events do you want to work this year, and what sports do you want to work with? Swimming and basketball, right? All the swimming and basketball.
Yeah, events. For sure.
Nothing better than going to a swim meet in December, all covered up with every coat you have as you walk into the building, and then walk into a 105-degree natatorium.
It gets so hot in there.
But it's fun. Yeah. It's a great atmosphere. It's fun to go to these events. If you can attest to that. Talia, some meets, obviously we've been to so many of them. We've seen you grow and develop in the pool. Out of the pool, what are you looking to do in your last 2 years, or even in the pool too, because you do have 2 competitive years of swimming left, and I know you have some goals there. There are some records to chase and some championship titles to defend. So in your last 2 years in the pool, out of the pool, what are you looking to do at Gettysburg, and how is that going to set the stage for your career after Gettysburg?
I guess so. Obviously, in Canada, like I was not able to like swim at all during quarantine because they were so strict on everything. So like it was really nice in the spring being able to get back into swimming, even though that was like technically our off season. I guess obviously like I hope we win conferences again next year. That would be really fun. And we also have a really good incoming freshman class. So that should help. And yeah, I would say I would love to make NCAAs. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, I would love to like do well again at conferences. And then outside the pool, I just want to like enjoy time on campus because I feel like we missed like an entire year. So I'd love to like just be able to enjoy it.
And where do you hope that poli-sci major takes you?
Not sure yet.
Still figuring things out. That is no problem at all. There's a lot to take advantage of at Gettysburg, of course. So Suki, swinging to you with that question. 2 more years at Gettysburg, 2 more years of basketball. I know Coach Dunn has been out there recruiting pretty hard, bringing in a new class. I think he's bringing in some more international flavor to the team as well, which is always great to see. You know, what are you looking to do on the basketball court? And then what are you looking to do beyond Gettysburg, off the court, and in preparation for a career?
I'm really excited for the team we're going to be like from next year upwards. Like I think we're going to be really good. And I can't just wait to be back with them. And it's so scary to think that I have 2 years left. It was just yesterday I was a freshman and now I'm a junior. Um, but also, I would like to say that's like the beauty of the college too. You're like, they don't just accept you into and then abandon you, but they like mix up the right ingredients. They provide like the right resources and pave the way for a bright future, during and after college. So I'm really confident that graduating from this college will be a positive experience for me. I look forward to excelling in every team, group, society I'm a part of and making a positive difference for others to follow and make the environment an even better place. I want to promote like a healthy and safe culture by being the example. So, yeah.
Suki, you sound like the spokesperson for Gettysburg College. I mean, should we consider this your audition? I can talk to some people.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, that's all the questions I had for you guys today. I'm just glad to see all of you again. I'm thankful that I'm going to see you all in about 6-7 weeks when you guys return to campus. Although Suki and Thea, I will see you both arguably way before that, potentially like this afternoon or tomorrow. So that's great too. Talia, I hope to see you too in August when you return. And I think Coach Brown and I might be pulling together a relay team to give your 400 medley relay a little bit of a challenge this year. I think we can shave another 2 seconds off of that.
Okay.
I don't know what events we'll swim. I've been working on my fly. Greg's got the turns. He's got a decent breaststroke and backstroke. So we'll see. We got to recruit 2 other ringers though. So hopefully Anthony can swim too, and we'll see if we can give you guys a run for our money.
That would be fun.
So
yeah,
it was great to have you guys on and talk about your experience at Gettysburg College. I hope the college continues to recruit international students. I think it just enhances everything this institution does from a liberal arts perspective and really giving everyone that holistic academic and athletic experience as well. So my name is Corey Jewett, signing off for Thea Enyoku, Talia Moss, and Suki Nadzuma. This has been the latest edition of Bullets Sports Spotlights. Go Bullets.
Thank you.